Right, before we get into the killing the screaming mushrooms bit.
I mean, they do scream and then you die.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, before it's gonna be short bit, not short, like it's gonna be a bit before we get into actual combat. So if in the meantime, as we're gonna going through recap and some non-combat related activities. If anyone didn't, you have a time to adjust your XP expenditures in the background. Anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry, my brain, especially at the start, will be working slowly and not sure how long the actual session will be. I was specifically not to you, and I was specifically avoiding any calling any names. Anyways, yeah, this has been a week. I'm still fucking tired, so yeah, not sure how long the session will be or whatnot, but we'll see how the cookie crumbles. As for the actual story and our bunch of misfits from the first Storm Panthers, their arrival to the world of Screen was very loud, as their transportation vessel has been shot down and crashed on the planet, thankfully relatively nearby from their actual landing zone, as they managed to repel off the initial orc attacking their position. They regrouped, got their chimera to operate again, and then just rolled towards the supply depot Gamma 29, and their arrival has on the flank has pretty much caused break in the orcish ranks that were attacking the depot itself, and they fled off into the jungle, the heavy foliage of the planet, rather like heavy dense forests. A freaking description of this world, I'm not entirely sure about this detail, but it's kinda gives off the death world vibes. I'm trying to remember, but I think this pretty much covers it. Right this moment, apart from the locals, because there is one like local regiment already present, the 4th I need to remind myself. 4th Brontian Long Knives. That's the name. But you're acting as a vanguard. As for your information, there should be 2 more regiments coming in, and your commander or colonel did say that one of them being Scintillion Fusiliers, you should probably expect that there might be inquisitorial agent or inquisitor within the ranks. But that's for the near future. As usual, sorry, right. As usual, reminder: your fate points do refresh at the start of the session. And I will say that unless you fuck up and decide to commit friendly fire and get friendly fired in turn, there will be enough period of downtime that if any one of you was injured, which I think tank was definitely hit, yeah, you have enough time and enough time to rest up and heal up, especially since this facility does have the medicum.
Alright, these.
Sadly, Ogryns takes three times as much painkillers as a normal human, and the administrator is a little bit miffed about that fact.
We don't take painkillers. We just, transfer the pain to someone else so we feel better about it.
Exactly. This is a
I
fucking
believe there was
official.
a heretic punching bag down the way.
Right, as you approach the base, which is still a bus hive of activity, even as the fresh out of combat, it's gotten more quiet, or rather some distant sounds of fight, but not battle, more like skirmishes with stragglers and their pursuers fade off. Yeah, the getting more quieter at the base, but you see that people start tending to the usual post-battle activities, all hustle and bustle. You can, if anyone wants to, you can roll awareness test, flat roll. This is based on sight, in case anyone has
I had 10.
heightened senses.
Ooh. Not heightened sentence, but fucking hell.
Okay. Okay. So, in this hustle and bustle, most of you don't really notice anything unusual, anything that stands out. It's been a battle with the orcs, so sure, there is a bunch of sometimes superficial, sometimes more serious damage on the structure, some debris, fresh blood marks, someone carrying off a dead body somewhere, maybe to be turned into a corpse starch and whatnot, but John notices that one of the landing pads, which there are two of, I'm pretty sure, or were just like one of the landing zones, has suffered heavy damage, and with that good roll, you are able to determine that, not able to determine, but you also notice like remains of a burnt off metal husk of a landing shuttle. So you can pretty easily imagine there must have been some unfortunate, not really accident, but combustion of engine and fuel, which ripped apart the entire structure.
Okay.
Well, and if this was one of the landing shuttles, yeah, because obviously your regiment was using more than one to ferry everyone here. Yeah, then it seems like your shuttle wasn't the only one that faced some issues. The pilot, before you were shot down, the pilot said that you are approaching hot zone, so it makes sense that
Yep.
one of the shuttles was destroyed even at the base.
That's rough.
Okay, some of the sentries, obviously they see the Imperial Chimera approaching, but they still wave you down to come in. Hey there, hail to the Emperor. You part of the Storm Panthers reinforcements?
That I am.
Well, in this particular scene, like still all traveling in one vehicle.
We are.
Yeah. All right. Well, glad of you to join by, but it seems like you have misplaced your landing zone.
Seems like even if we did have the right one, it would have been a rough start.
Yeah, that one was unfortunate stray shot. I think one of your commanding officers are somewhere in their base.
Let's see.
Yeah, probably like
I'll be
alright.
sure to-
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll be sure to try and find them later if I can.
Right, pretty much right on cue. Your standard range Voxcaster cracks back to life. Come in, Storm Panthers. I mean, my only plot relevant squad. You still alive? You at the base? I mean, the fucking supply depot.
This is for Storm Panthers leader division. We have linked up with the refueling station as ordered.
Right. Settle down your Chimera at the motor pool for any repairs if needed. And come find me near the officer's cap. Don't try to go inside. It will not end well. And if you do not know what everything is, ask one of the fucking locals. I doubt the orcs will be back very soon for next round. So they can give you a guide around.
Understood. Command unit out. And yeah, I guess we start heading to the motor pool.
Yeah. You arrive there without many issues. Yeah, instead of basically reading you the description, as a reminder, there is handout. So pretty much what it says about the motor pool. It applies. And yeah, it's pretty clear which vehicles were of the locals, which they didn't have that many left, and which are the new arrivals. Yeah, because the old ones, the local ones, have clear signs of extensive maintenance done and just general wear and tear.
And these are part of the 9th Centillion Fusilier Armored.
No. Right now, when it comes to off-world regiments, you are the only one of the reinforcements.
Gotcha.
The 4th Brontian long knives are the are the like local regiment that yeah, your regiment is like, you know, mismatched uniforms, like gives a vibe of like a bunch of misfits. Them not so much, but they clearly, like their uniforms, like general Imperial kit, like also have signs, clear signs even to you of extensive use on the front lines.
I'm guessing most of them are also filled with either Prometheum or melter guns.
No, when it comes to weaponry, give me a second. I need to move it. Well, normally yes, it does say that their favorite assault weapon is melter gun, and they prefer autocannons as heavy weapons. Looking around, it's yeah, it's clear they do not have as much of their favorite toys as usual.
Alright, but yeah, Duke is going to park the Chimera at the motor pool and ask if they got some extra ammunition to refill and refuel.
Well, you'll have to get into the line and wait, depending on what the next mission is, and if you folks are gonna get enlisted for that.
Fair enough. Hey, do you know which way to the command tent? We're told to link up with our commander.
Well, the officers club, that about the way. Yeah, you get the directions. And not too long afterwards, you are able to meet up with a regimental colonel, Sax van der Grim, which thankfully it seems like at least his transport didn't face similar issues, as he doesn't look worse for wear. Ah, good. You are here, all in one piece. He says, looking at clearly still somewhat injured Ogrin, but in his mind, this level of wounds is just like a scratch. Yeah. I never doubted it for a second, considering what went down at Soles. These freaking mushrooms are no match for you. Even though if they are quite numerous, but imagine with reinforcements we'll be able to handle them. Now, I just got off the word from the local commander, Lieutenant Shrilbout something. I swear sometimes those weird fucking Imperial names. but it's gonna be a bit, so don't make yourselves too comfortable, but make yourselves useful. You, Ogrin, go to the medicum and rest up a bit. But after you are done, well, you big guy and a rather heavy guy, Smithy, you are on debris cleaning duty and assistance. Eric, John, seems like they had a issue with one of the transports exploding, and I already heard they have quite a few injured with burns, so you're on
I will be on.
healing duty. Hold on, I did have information. No, fuck you, it doesn't work that way. John Cena. Actually, out of curiosity. Yeah, he sees you.
If Marcus actually gets seen and given orders, he'll just act like it's perfectly normal and go do the orders.
Yep. I was gonna say, if he doesn't see you, he'll be like, where's the Ratling, the sniper? Well, if you do see him, tell him that if he's gone, then he would be executed for desertion.
The true skill is to just hide behind the ogre, the Ogren. Just like hang off the Ogren's back.
The rattling is behind you, sir.
In this situation, he knows, as he he looks at the hiding spot of Marks. Because with a 3, I'm 100% sure he gets enough degrees of success. And for you, sniper guy, rat guy, guy rat,
Sir, I think that's racist. There's speciesist.
what exists?
You're being discriminatory to my accepted abhuman strain.
Of course I am sected into your abhuman strain. Right, well, Corporal Marks, you show off why you are marksman of this regiment. Some patrols are still dealing off with orcish stragglers, so you can show them what's what.
Oh, you wanted me to kill things? Why didn't you say that sooner?
Apologies.
That's fine.
Marks is like trying to hide from all the menial stuff. He's like, I want you to go help some patrols. It's like, oh, you want me to shoot stuff? Okay, we're cool.
Don't go too far. I will give you details later when we finally when you get the proper assignment. But this planet has plenty of local predators. It is a deaf world after all. A world after my own heart. Alright, and you... Corporal Duke, I'm sure you have seen the sorry state of some of the vehicles at the motor pool. If you have
Indeed.
some experience / expertise in the matter, you can assist there.
I mean, I'm no tech beast, but I'll do my best.
Well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, soldiers, that there are not many cockboys around.
Indeed. Apparently not much of interest to them in here in a single death world.
Right. Off you go. We'll regroup in a few hours when things will die down. When the post-battle recovery efforts will be finished. Off you go.
Understood.
Alright, so okay, tank, you can give let's quickly see how well or how unwell you handle these side tasks. Oh, basically as you like leave, Colonel Sachs also says one more thing. Remember two things. One, success demands no explanation, failure allows none, and second, reward for good work is more work. Now, off you go. Okay. Tank, you can give me... not your strength. There should be a... okay. Yeah, you can give... basically both tank and Smithy, you can give me athletics roll. If you do not have athletics as a skill, you can just make flat strength roll. Okay, so I can roll for you. Okay. Let's see, do you have athletics? Yes, you do. Hold on, why did I use that? The freaking jump gates dice, not dice, the freaking dice result engine got worked again. I don't know, out of curiosity. If I roll 88 again, that means that it's borked. No, okay. I just got like fucking 88 twice in a row and I was like, yeah. So just pure coincidence. Okay, so it really doesn't. It's not going that well. For tank, it can be explained by the fresh visit to the medicum. Come on, Ogrin, put you back into it. What they are feeding you in the regiment?
Wait, we get fed?
Yeah, with the corpses of our dead companions. Hey, but by some definition, that's still food.
True. Because, you know, if you, I don't know, roast a fungus, does it become edible?
Yeah, not sure about eating actual fucking orcs, big guy, but you do you. I'm pretty sure if you turned green, a lot of you would be shot.
I am always getting shot. What no?
Yes, but not by the. Yes, but by the enemies of the Imperium. Big guy. Actually, and they wave their hands. Don't think too hard about that. But come on, you're Urgen. Like, he even pulled that fucking derby. It generally is like not the best showing.
Just out of sheer curiosity, let's see. I think someone hijacked my dice tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just get the bad ones out of the way first. Right, I don't remember, was Smithy injured at all last session? Actually, a little bit, yeah, at least from what I'm... okay, you were not. I was mistaken looking at the character sheet. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, so in Smithy's case, there is some banter and giving shit for skipping leg day and skipping like visits to the visits to the gym. I like shit the bed. Oh, that's rough. Out of curiosity, do you think you'll be able to get replacement for the night watch session? I mean, if not, that's fine. Real life happens. Oh, okay, good. Alright. Okay, as for the that Duke, do you basically Colonel Sachs might have been mistaken because he doesn't have he just for whatever reason he had this vibe that out of everyone Duke is the most like tech savvy. So like I'm not, because I didn't check your character sheet, like do you have tech use?
I do. I am +10 in tech use, and with the combi tool I have an additional +10.
Okay, then yeah, you can absolutely make a tech use test flat. I mean, of course, like your equipment bonuses like apply.
Yeah. 2 degrees of success.
Okay, then yeah, your presence for a few hours in the motor pool is able to get like 2 or 3 vehicles done quicker in terms of their maintenance, and you prove that you know what you're doing. And one of the soldiers, you know, doing a chit chat. Hey, you ever got any lessons from the cockboys?
No, my dad, but I did used to help my family with their mechanics. They were agri-worlders, so a lot of their equipment tended to malfunction from time to time, and they usually left it up to me to fix it. Since the nearest tech beasts were 2 cities away. So
Right.
I tended to the machines the best I could.
Right, I getcha. There are never cowboys around if when you actually need them.
Mm-hmm.
For what is fair, some of them died in the recent weeks as things have went shit-faced. But, well, it's been going rough, but, well, now that you are here, I'm sure the Emperor smiles on us once again, and we'll be able to deal with those orcs in no time.
Indeed. Although I'm sure the Emperor is quite the busy person. So unless we get some actual miracles, the Storm Panthers will have to do for now.
I was gonna say amen to that, but freaking like Warhammer version of that. Hashtag Emperor bless. No.
Yes.
Alright. John, as you reach the medicum, as you suspected, quite a few beds are filled with injured. Actually, to be more specific, you see that pretty much when it comes to locals, like quite a few of them are walking wounded in the first place, that they still have like visible bandages placed like on their bodies. They are active in service, but it's clear that they are not 100% in prime condition, but they are still better off than at least let's see. No, sorry, not a sweetie. I forgot to switch to me. Close to 20 burn victims that were standing in the general blast radius of the exploding shuttle engine, which had a radius of like 100 meters. Hold on, what's the fucking book saying about that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because as a trivia bit, the usual way that this adventure goes is that you land at the supply depot and you are like immediately in combat, being attacked by orcs. And the danger of exploding engine is one of the threats that's happening at the same time that you can deal with, or you can ignore it and risk explosion, and everyone within 100 meters gets suffers damage as if struck by a flamer. And you can also caught on fire. You avoid that. I didn't give you that because, well, that was a big fight, and obviously the fucking module didn't have a actual proper map for this. I had to improvise. But yes, you see close to 20 burn victims. Some of them are not severe, like few places on the body, like first degree. But there are a few victims that are looking much rougher, like second degree burns that cover more of their bodies. Still, the situation is not as dire. There are some medical supplies, and well, you can get to work.
Okay.
So you can
I
give
would
me a
like to.
flat Medicaid roll.
Okay, I was gonna say I would like to use a medkit with this to give me like a plus 20, is it?
I mean, of course, barring any bonuses from your equipment, then those apply.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check, but I think you might be right when it comes to.
I was looking at it not too long ago.
Yeah. Medkit that gives you plus 20.
Cool. Nice. That is... Nice.
One of the personnel that is bustling in the the medicum they look at your work, clearly impressed. Well then, well, we are of course very glad that your entire regiment has come by for reinforcements, but well, by the Emperor, I am sure as hell glad you came by.
It seemed like you had more than your hands full.
Yeah, we did. You doing this for a long time? Yeah, I mean, you served for a long time?
Not at all, but I did have a very long years of training.
Well, really, you know what you do, Emperors. Emperor bless you. Corporal?
As with you.
Of course. The second degree burn victims don't immediately get up and running, even if your magic Bushido hands, I mean magic Dr. House hands, but you are able to clearly get a result much better than the than what they would achieve. And Marks,
I'm alive.
you are warned not to wander too far off from the supply depot, and you basically catch up to. And yes, they don't have to see you if you really want to play sneaky games against the allies. But you are able to catch up to one of the outer patrols that is combing through the area in search of any orcish stragglers. And with your equipment and abilities, you and your comrade are much needed pair of eyes. Plus, you do have the most long-ranged option available.
Indeed.
So let's see how your mushroom hunting goes. And here's the thing, usually you do have such a fucking target number, it's guaranteed for you to success. So you can either roll normally, so you do your usual stuff, or if you want to show off, you can take like -30 penalty.
Are you asking me if I want to show off?
Yes.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Go ahead. And on this day, on the planet of Screen, the beginnings of Legend of Mark's Deadshot have begin to circulate.
This, of course, this is a perfect use for a fate point and not anything else.
But yeah, with the showing of Marx's pulling of various trick shots, ricochets, and out of curiosity, are you doing this while actually trying to hit from so that your allies are not aware you are there with them, or?
Let them know I'm there.
Alright, so by the end of
I
it,
might be introducing myself with the shot, but they'll at least know of me.
yeah, introducing yourself with a shot. Imagine a few of them in this patrol group gets spooked, and it's almost like that scene from Predator when like the bullets tear the foliage like around in the general direction of Marx. Not getting anywhere close, but they get spooked. Maybe not even in the Mark's general direction. Like they do not have no idea where he is, just like spraying and spraying all around. So they get rattled, and from appreciation of your skills towards the end, some of them grumble about glory hogging kill stealer. You're like, I ain't that one.
Damn straight, glory hogging kill stealer.
Yeah, but there's like not an actual malice, more like a grumbling banter between soldiers.
The one that says that, I'm going to start to make sure to actually steal his kills.
Wow. Right. So on those activities, viewers pass. Unless you want to talk someone to each other or do anything specific, something else. When it comes to the supply depot, we can move onwards, but it's up to you. I want to give you a chance in case you wanted to do something else. Well, I'm not hearing anything.
I think we're
Sorry, I was muted. What did you say?
I slept. I will say that, yeah, if you are responsible for doing your duties, so I was ready to rush forward to your briefing for the assignment, but before that happened, if you wanted to do something else apart from the tasks that Colony gave you, now it's the time to
Can
pipe
you do a
up.
requisition?
Hold off on that. Probably wait until you know what's the mission, because you will be getting mission assigned gear for this.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
All right. So you gather at the not at the officers' club, but here. Oh yeah, at the meeting room in the barracks. The room is quite small. Tank can still fit in, but he has to like slightly tilt his neck.
Uh,
Okay, it's you and the colonel and one more imperial officer that you might have seen him around, like ordering guardsmen around, but now you can put name to the face as he's introduced as the Captain Mortimer Truel, who is acting as the liaison officer between the natives, the Brontian Knights, and the reinforcements, the off-world regiments. Yeah, you are all introduced, and allowed to sit down at the table. And basically, Colin Sykes goes, "Well, Captain, if you want to begin." Yes, thank you, Colonel. Right, Colonel here has been quite fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Had much praise for your abilities, and out of every platoon, every squad, is most confident that you will be able to deal the best with the dangers of the planet and act as a tip of the spear. Act as a tip of the spear. So, the biggest issue and the priority target that that you have is the Promethium refinery on the planet. Honestly, Promethium is pretty much the only resource worth a damn that we ferry for the Imperium, and I guess the main reason why Rogue Trader is even interesting in helping us out. Well, that's besides the point. But I already noticed, and that's a good thing, that you are mechanized infantry, so those chimeras will be quite useful. As the refinery from our location is located roughly 250 kilometers away, which, give or take, well, depending on how good your driver will be, the trip should take roughly 12 hours. Well, unless you get lost along the way, as you can Imagine, it's not like we have paved roads here and whatever lines of communication, transportation were. The orcish presence, well, they don't really leave anything untouched. Well, the orcs were a problem for a long time, but for the refinery itself, we lost contact about a week ago, but you don't have to be a fucking genius, pardon the language, to figure out that orcs themselves are involved. And, well, considering we didn't hear a distant roar of a massive fireball, we can only expect that they have taken the refinery for their own purposes, which, of course, is unacceptable state of affairs. Are you following me so far? Any questions up until this point?
If we recapture the Promethean fields, are we able to hold it?
To that, Colonel Sachs pipes. Damn right you are. Captain Mortimer coughs. It's not a matter of being able or not to, you will be expected to hold it. As your first primary objective is to, well, not really discover the fate, but I guess pretty much confirm the fate of the refinery, and then clear out any hostile forces in the area, following by holding it until Imperial reinforcements arrive. That's your primary. Yes, Corporal? Captain looks at Marks that raised his hand.
What if it, then he just kind of like makes a boom motion with his hands?
Captain looks like,
You know,
raises an eyebrow, looks at Colonel. Corporal Sachs pipes up. Remember a few hours earlier what I said that success demands no explanation, failure allows none? Well, long story short, if the refinery goes boom while you are in the blast radius, well, then you die and you don't have to worry about being charged with negligence, whatever else, fucking Inquisition or other authorities will try to
understood.
slap
If
on
we're
you.
failing, take cover and detonate the refinery.
Sorry, what was that?
He's Mark says, understood. If we're going to fail, hide somewhere safe and detonate the refinery. I understand your orders perfectly.
Okay, listen here, you little shit. That's not what I said. Essentially, if you do fail, then pretty much ensure that this failure comes from your deaths, not Colonel Mortimer speaks up. Whilst sure there is a risk, especially if he looks at all of you, not scratches his chin, especially if your regiment is prone to using heavier weaponry, explosive kind, of course. But those refineries are built pretty sturdily. I believe I believe the storage tanks, which are one of the main points of failure, they are made from reinforced plasteel, and you need to pack quite a punch, so to speak, to be able to break through. If anyone has, I mean, I guess still would fall under just general common law Imperium. I'm not sure if any other skill would be applicable. So if anyone wants to roll common law Imperium flat, no modifiers.
I was gonna do it just for shiggles.
Oh my god.
God.
None of us know shit.
Believe me, this is not a roll you want to waste a fate point on. It's just like
Alright.
a small side detail.
I love how Thunk's target is 1, and I still did worse.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, so Smithy is the only one that can recall this particular detail that reinforced plasteel is a very, very sturdy material, and to be more specific, when it comes to this scenario and storage tanks, reinforced plasteel has the AP value, the armor value of 50. Which is over double the amount of armor that the front of your Chimera has. Oh, now I see at least one of your people has some basic knowledge. Good, but yes, unless some direct, and again, pardon my language, direct fuckery is involved, it's unlikely, but not impossible, that the storage tanks would burst. And then again, it would also depend on if they are filled or not. Well, the radius of the explosion would depend if they are filled or not. But yes, fucking up and causing the refinery to explode will, because it's also possible that severe failure on the mission, if it doesn't result in player death, it can result in your squad, in your regiment, logistics rating to drop. Comparison, when you so basically, the reinforced plasteel is AP 50, which is over double the amount of your Chimera front armor.
Understood.
Because I think Chimera front armor is like 22. No, actually, sorry, I went a little bit overboard. The front armor of Chimera is 30, so it's not double, but it's like, yeah, still a lot.
I get the feeling you guys would strap my character to the front and try to ram it anyway.
We're dealing with hordes.
Well, you were dealing with hordes up until now, yes, but you can expect that Well, there might be some smaller patrols or just general orc activity. It is, well, the plan is that the rest of the regiment will sorry, not face off, will go out of the supply depot and try to cause some ruckus to grab the attention, so your pathway will, well, you'll be less, you'll not get as much attention. But considering the size of the assault, I would imagine there might have enough greenskins at the refinery to form some hordes as well. Well, Corporal, they are orcs, so if there's one thing that orcs have is the numbers.
Unfortunately.
Well, he also, obviously, when he was saying about the route and distance, he slid you a map showing the general direction, and of course, sadly, there's no like clear beaten path for a vehicle, so he reminds again that, well, whoever will be doing the navigation better be good at it. And before anyone asks, well, you landed in the nice window of opportunity, but generally speaking, in the rest of the planet, and imagine at the refinery itself, the weather conditions are not good enough. And well, I did hear that your transport was shut down. You can imagine they would have further emplacements at the refinery itself or around it, so you have to do it the hard way, the ground way, instead of the airborne way. So yes, there is no air transit or air support available.
Understood.
Yes, to reiterate, your main mission is to reach the refinery, scout it out, and clear out the hostiles in the area, most likely orcs, and then hold it. The reinforcements come by. As for the secondary objective, in case we might have some lost unit or units in the field, in case you come across them, your objective is to re-establish contact with the Imperial forces in the region.
Out of curiosity, which forces, sorry?
Re-establish contact with Imperial forces in the region.
Gotcha.
There might be like, you know, a squad that got lost behind enemy lines and just like hiding from the orcs, waiting for relief, stuff like that. Colonel pipes in. There's like one more thing, but that's not part of the official briefing. But let's see. I assume not, but might as well ask. Do you feel like any one of you is has the necessary skills or equipment to? Well, I know you can like kill plenty of things, but how do you fare your chances of catching something alive?
What was
Capturing.
That
something.
depends. Our last weapons do not exactly come with a stun setting. I mean, we could probably try to lower the power for a bit, but
Basically it's asking like how, and this is like in-character question, how you fare your chances of trying to capture something. Not an orc, but like a specimen of the local fauna.
I do have a lance that I keep on me. I could probably use the blunt side of it.
It's a lance. I'm not sure there's a blunt side.
Mark, do you happen to have any tranquilizer ammo?
I got some flashy shots.
Quick question, what would be the logistics modifier for this area?
Before you roll, because again you get your mission assigned here.
Yeah.
There's one thing that's about the supply depot. So yeah, when it says average or better, that means you know, plentiful, ubiquitous, and yeah, because it's average. So before average, it's common, plentiful, abundant, ubiquitous.
Okay.
But like not a single one of you is like really trained or experienced in melee combat, grappling and whatnot. I imagine.
I mean, is there a thing for melee combat?
I could have taken it, but the only thing I have, I could charge you with my Ripper gun.
That's
Probably shoot one of its legs off. That'd make it easier to capture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
it would also cause it to bleed out, but
I can catch him if, after filling him with plenty of bullets.
We got a medic. It just might take a couple tries.
Mortimer raises an eyebrow. Well, just shrugs, and Colonel says, treat it, well, it's like a side thing if it happens to happen along the way, and if you like manage to improvise something. But you know, those rogue traders, they have sometimes very peculiar interests or wants, and this planet
If I may,
has some.
we're guardsmen. I'm fairly sure half of us don't even know what capture or alive means.
No?
out of character, is there any way to craft traps? Is there a check for that?
I think
I think there
traps,
was.
crafting traps is security.
Do
Double check.
Or at the very least, setting up traps is security. Same as dismantling them.
Skills with crafting the scriptor. Hold on, where is the fucking skill? Give me a second, because apparently there is like a crafting descriptor of a skill. To find it, maybe it's special uses. Okay, so there are 3 skills with crafting descriptor. It's survival, tech use, and trade. So let's look at tech use or trade. Basically, because my brain doesn't really work well to out of character explain what he's getting at, and it was a long shot. It was like just an offer, even if characters do not have the right aptitude and skills for it, is that for capturing a terror cat, which in character would be explained that this is the primary predator of this planet that stalks the woods/jungles of Skrin.
I found it. I'm gonna post. It's on page 131, but I'm gonna post it in Discord.
I was almost there. He's trying to lay traps. Can fashion and set traps. Okay, yeah. Then yes, absolutely that security would work. Oh yeah, to explain, basically offering like a very like side possibility of potentially getting like an extra reward from a rogue trader.
Alright, could probably try to set up some traps with flashbangs, try to stun it. But we would probably need to requisition some netting and probably something.
Also, actual flashbangs.
Yeah, some actual flashbangs and some bait.
Because currently I'd be shooting Schrodinger's ammo, which may or may not be a flashbang, and it's determined when it leaves my barrel.
I mean, to be fair, you decide as a player in the end what's the bullet, so.
Show him the ammo I'm using for the gun and force willpower checks for sanity.
No. But again, don't worry too much about it. It's just an option. I still have not determined in my own head what would be the actual reward. Either another general logistics rating bump, or maybe one of those like automatic success on logistics rating for like X type of rarity item or better. Well, it's a side thing. Apologies for getting distracted. Right, Captain pipes up again. As for the main mission with the refinery, your objectives are given. The direction and location is also given. Do you have any further questions about your task? I'm not
Nope.
hearing anything.
I
Then,
do not believe
I was gonna
so.
say, it's like,
huh?
it's like, pretty much my thought was, okay, shoot, but don't shoot and kill everything. But if things die, they die.
Yes, Corporal, more or less. Yes. Right. He pulls out a requisition form and says, "Go with this to the quartermaster. He will provide you the gear for the assignment. Anything else, anything extra, you will just have to use your own